last time I sparred Caleb dropped me with a right hand. That shit was hard as hell. Like, he didn't drop me right. But I just got out of jail. I wasn't training that much, so like I wasn't myself. So I can't get from that fully because I wasn't me 100%. That being said, me and David went to war. Me and David had like over 100 rounds of sparring. Like we trained together for like 2 camps. So that boy's a beast, bro. He keeps coming. He a dog. I just don't like his energy right now because he really don't fuck with him. So he's really mad. I feel like that energy is gonna affect his style. Cause typically, he's not really like that. He just be chilling. When he a dog naturally. I've never seen him fight mad. So like, I don't know if that's gonna affect him. Like, I feel like Caleb's kind of in his head. I see him posting little taunts and stuff. So like, that could affect his performance. People don't understand that. Like, you're your best when you're most relaxed.
Caleb catch him clean. Is he gonna be like, oh, I can still walk? Oh, I can still walk. Cause I sparred with Caleb. Caleb got some pop. He's not a pillow puncher like everybody try to make it seem like he ain't got no power. Nah, he got some decent pop.
What would you rate, like, let's say, like, you know, what would you rate out of 10, like, David's power and Caleb's power when you sparred? Obviously, it's different now.
Yeah, when I sparred, Caleb punched harder.
Oh, Caleb punched harder than David?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and I sparred with David, he was like 230 at the time.
Wow.
Like 230 at the time. He's fast, but, like, I wasn't, like, I'm like, that's decent, but it was nothing that I was like, I mean, if you be in good shape, you can get him. But with Caleb, I'm like, yo, keep your hands up. Like, you could pop a little bit. Like, kind of shock me. Like, oh,
who hit harder out of George Groves and David Benavidez? And Jermell Charlo. Who was the hardest puncher out of them 3?
Charlo was the hardest puncher out of those 3. I don't really think, when I put him in there, I don't really think that Benavidez was a big puncher. His punches has a lot of force because of his size. He's a lot bigger than you, so it's going to knock you around and it looks bad. But as far as it hurting, I don't really think Benavidez hurt, but he just has, like I said, he has a lot of size and he throws a lot. So it's a lot on you, feel me? But you don't have that really. Charlo hit me with a 1 shot, boom! I walked into the right hand, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that shit was crazy, bro. So I think Charlo hits the hardest. Same thing with George Groves. I don't think George Groves had that power that was anything special. I was just exhausted, bro. You feel me? Like, so that's that.
What's good, Just Do family? It's your boy KB, back to get boxing this Just Do one more time, man. And before we get into it, if this your first time on the channel, smash that subscribe button. Come join the family. Hit that like button, man, on the way in. Hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I drop new content, man. We on the road to 7K. Let's keep growing, man. So let's get into it. Man, which I just heard was something that I found very entertaining, man. Very entertaining from, you know, Dennis Douglin, Mama's boy. You know, he went on to pretty much debunk this whole notion that Caleb Plant is a pillow-fisted fighter. And he also shared a clip of him, you know, getting dropped by Caleb Plant with a straight right hand. And, you know, he said he wasn't in the best of his shape. You know, he had just got out of jail and things like that. But nonetheless, man, if you know Mama's boy, Dennis Douglin, you know he's a pretty tough guy. You know, it's not that he's never been knocked out or stopped or dropped before, but you know he's a battle-tested guy. He's been in there with some real tough names and things like that. So you know he's a battle-tested guy. And for Caleb Plant to sit him down the way he did, and he was extremely hurt. If you watch the whole clip, he definitely was hurt when he got up. His legs were still gone. And you know, a lot of people call Caleb Plant pillow-fisted, and I've always thought that was just a false narrative that people painted just so they could have a knock or something negative to say about Caleb Plant. And then, you know, you heard, you know, another fighter, a super middleweight, and Lonnie B. If you guys are familiar with Lonnie B, most of the people should be. You know, he beat the brakes off Uzcategui a while back, and, you know, he's a guy that's seemed like it's been hard for him getting fights. But nonetheless, Lonnie B, you know, he went on to say when he sparred Benavidez, when Benavidez was about 230 pounds. And I felt like that's crazy, 230 pounds. And he also sparred Caleb Plant. And he said if he had to be honest, you know, Caleb Plant hit harder than Benavidez. And I know that's, you know, that's not the popular answer and that to catch a lot of people by surprise. But, you know, what better way to hear it or get it straight from the horse's mouth for a guy that shared the ring with both guys? You know what I'm saying? If he felt like Caleb Plant had the harder punch, then, you know, so be it. And then in the final clip, you see, and salute to YB, Young Billionaire, Boxing Young Billy, man. Great work as always. Man. I shared an old clip that he had where he was talking to Mama's boy, Dennis Douglin, as well. And he asked him about George Groves, Jermell Charlo, and Benavidez, and who has the harder punch. And he has some very interesting things, the way he described, you know, Benavidez's punch, you know, the volume and how his punches are heavy and it knocks you all over the place, so it look bad. But he said Jermell, not Jermall. This is the 154-pound undisputed champion. Jermell Charlo hit him with a right hand. That was crazy. So he basically said, you know, Jermell Charlo hits harder than Benavidez, and he's at 154. So that for sure surprised me. That's something I didn't expect him to say. I mean, all these guys, you know, their different experiences that they shared with either Caleb Plant and Benavidez is very interesting because, you know, if one would just look and based off the records, you would have just assumed that, you know, David Benavidez is the much harder puncher. But I've always told people, man, you know, I don't think the gap in punching power is as wide as what one would like to think. And I think Caleb Plant, just being the natural masterclass boxer, you know, he relies more so on his skills than his power, and he was rarely sitting down on his punches. You know what I'm saying? And you know, as of late, I think him and Breadman have been working exactly on that. You've seen a bit of a change in the fight against Anthony Durrell when he decided to sit down on his punches, and you've seen him set up one of the best one-punch knockouts of his career. So I think now that this guy is sitting on his punches and they're working on transitioning that weight behind the punches the right way so you can get the most out of them, I think we really going to see what Caleb Plant has in terms of punching power, man, because I think the guy can punch, and I think his whole he's pillow fisted is just a false narrative, like I said. You get what I'm saying? Just like people saying how much David Benavidez get hit. He gets hit, but not as much as what people making it seem. You get what I'm saying? So this is going to be an entertaining fight, March 25th. This was a shocker to me. You know, like I said, Lonnie B, he said Caleb Plant hits harder than Benavidez. You know, Mama's boy, he said Jermell Charlo, not Jermall. Jermell Charlo hits harder than Benavidez. You get what I'm saying? And they just debunked this whole notion of Caleb Plant being a pillow-fisted puncher, man. But that's my thoughts, man. That's my just do on it, man. Y'all get in the comment section. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Did this surprise y'all? Who do y'all think hits harder, Caleb Plant or David Benavidez? Or do y'all believe that Caleb Plant punching a lot harder than what people think? And as always, man, y'all get in the comment section and let me know if I gave boxing its just due, because that's what I do over here at Just Do Boxing. Till the next one, I'm out. Peace.